The Velveteen Rabbit, or How Toys Become Real, by Marjorie Williams. There was once a Velveteen Rabbit, and in the beginning, he was really splendid. He was fat and bunchy, as a rabbit should be. His coat was spotted brown and white, and his ears were lined with pink sateen. On Christmas morning, the boy found him at the top of his stocking, and for 2 whole hours he was loved. Then the other presents were noticed, and the rabbit was forgotten. For a long time, the rabbit lived in the toy cupboard, and no one thought much about him. The mechanical toys were very superior and looked down on everyone else. The only one who was kind to him at all was the skin horse, who had lived in the nursery longer than any of them. "What is real?" the rabbit asked one day. "Real isn't how you were made," said the skin horse. "It's a thing that happens to you. When a child loves you for a long, long time, not just to play with but really loves you, you become real." "Does it hurt?" asked the rabbit. "Sometimes," said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. "But when you are real, you don't mind being hurt." "Does it happen all at once?" "It doesn't happen all at once. You become. It takes a long time." The rabbit sighed. He longed to become real, to know what it felt like. But the idea of growing shabby and losing his eyes and whiskers seemed rather sad. And then one evening, Nana couldn't find the boy's favorite toy, and searching in a hurry, she grabbed the rabbit from the cupboard. "Here, take your old bunny. He'll do to sleep with you." And so the rabbit went to sleep in the boy's arms, and from that night on, he was the boy's constant companion. They had splendid times together, in the garden, in the park, in the long grass behind the old raspberry canes. The rabbit was carried upstairs and downstairs, outdoors and in. He had rides in the wheelbarrow and picnics on the grass. And once, the boy woke in the night crying, and the rabbit was stuck close in his arms, warm and comforting. Over time, the rabbit grew more worn, dirty, and shabby. But he didn't mind how he looked. He was too happy. One day, the rabbit saw some real rabbits in the garden, soft and brown, with their hind legs strong and free. They asked him if he could jump. He couldn't. They wrinkled their noses at him. "He isn't real at all," said one of them. "I am real," said the rabbit. "The boy said so." But the other rabbits only stared, twitched their ears, and hopped away. For a long time, the rabbit felt very shy. But the thought of what the skin horse had said comforted him. When you are real, you don't mind being hurt. That summer was glorious, and then autumn came, and then winter, and then spring, and the boy fell terribly ill. It was scarlet fever. The weeks passed slowly, and when at last the boy was well enough to sit outside, he took his rabbit with him, and they sat together in the sunshine. But afterward, the doctor came to the nursery. "Everything in it, the books, the toys, that old rabbit, everything must be burned." The rabbit was put into a sack and left in the garden to wait for the bonfire. He lay there, alone in the cold, damp air. He thought about the long years in the nursery, of their mornings in the garden, of the boy's face buried in his worn fur, and a tear, a real tear, trickled down his shabby, velveteen cheek. And where the tear had fallen a flower began to grow, and from the flower out stepped a small fairy. "I am the nursery's magic fairy," she said. "I take care of all the playthings children have loved. When they're old and worn, and the children don't need them anymore, I make them real." "Wasn't I real before?" asked the rabbit. "You were real to the boy," she said, "because he loved you. Now you shall be real to everyone." She held the rabbit close and carried him into the forest, and there, among the wild rabbits in the dewy grass, she set him down. He didn't know what to do. He sat very still. Then something tickled his nose. He lifted his hind legs to scratch it and found that he could. He twitched his whiskers, jumped sideways, first one way and then the other. He was a real rabbit at last. That spring, when the boy was well again and out in the garden, he noticed among the wild rabbits one that looked familiar, brown and white, with a certain look in his bright eyes. "Funny, that rabbit looks just like my old bunny." But he didn't know it really was his old bunny, come back to look at the child who once helped him become real. The end. Time for bed now. Good night.